In this chapter, we're going to take a look at the cut fill functionality and features of Business Center Heavy Construction Edition. To create a cut fill map, you just basically have to have two surfaces. Any two surfaces can be compared to create this cut fill map. So on the surface ribbon, I'm going to go to the cut fill map panel and I'm going to click cut fill map. You want to give the map a name, so we're just going to call this cut fill, we'll call it whole site, and we can break it down later into areas if we wanted to. But you're just going to pick your two surfaces. So I'm going to choose the finished design with topsoil, or I'm sorry, my initial surface is the original ground. That's your original surface. My final surface will be my subgrade adjusted, or in this case, my topsoil absent and subgrade adjusted. We want to shade the map. We want to label the grid. We want to put the labels on a particular layer. So let's go ahead and choose the cut fill map layer. So I believe it's down here under site, cut fill map. We have a yellow dot, so that layer is turned off or not visible. So let's go ahead and turn it on. So we'll come over here, go to our site, we'll do the cut fill map, make sure that's on. We want to set a text style for the labels, so we'll use simplex. You can set a new text style simply by going to new and changing the properties and the parameters. So here we've identified the height to be 0.08 inches per sheet. So again, when this would be plotted out, if we plotted it out to a certain scale, it's going to be an eighth or 0.08 inches high. So that's acceptable for what we're going to see here. So we'll click OK to that. We'll do a grid spacing. Let's do a grid spacing of 50. And we'll do ticks for the grid style. You can do none or lines. And we want to set a precision. Let's go ahead and set that precision to a 1/10. And then we'll go ahead and label the surface elevations as well. So once you have those properties set, you simply click OK. It's going to go and build the cut fill map and display the cut fill elevations and the cut fill differences, the cut fill values, as well as the elevation differences. You can see down here is actually building the surface. So again, depending on how complex your surface is, it may take a few seconds to actually process. Once it processes, you'll see you now have a cut fill map where the red is your cut area, the blue is your fill area. And we can turn off some of the other surfaces like the rock surface as well as the finished design, and you'll see the cut fill map in 3D over here. All right, so there's your map. There's the elevations. You can see the different values. You can control the shading and the visibility. So obviously you got deeper cuts in this area and less cut or fill over here. We can also do some color mapping, so we can control the color mapping of this as well as the legend. And we'll go ahead and show you that next. But just to create a cut fill map, it's as simply as running this command, selecting your two surfaces, setting your properties and parameters, and now you've got the cut fill map.